Hey, hi, this is Hannah from HIT Training. I'm now doing a video on how to use Excel spreadsheet. So in your exam, this will be part of task 2, you'll be asked to work with an Excel spreadsheet to enter formulas, create graphs, and do a variety of different tasks. I'm going to do a separate video to this on task 2 and me completing task 2 and explaining what I go through. But first of all, I thought it'd be best to talk a bit about around Excel and formulas first of all. So what is Excel used for? It's used for a variety of different things. It can be used for presentations and charts. It's mostly used for things like accounting, stock, any sort of spreadsheet that you might use. So in the exam, you will have to be able to show that you are able to enter formulas into an Excel spreadsheet to get certain results. So the page that we're looking at the moment is all about sale of books for children, and you've got a chart on there that needs formulas being entered into to be able to get certain results. So the first thing I'm going to do is just make it a little bit easier to read. I'll go over this in the next task. Okay. So the first thing that I'm going to show you that we're going to have a look at today is working out a formula that basically takes away your number of books sold from your starting stock, and we're going to enter a formula in here which will work that out for us. So rather than us having to do the calculation, the fact is a formula will work this out for us. So let's talk about formulas a little bit more. So a formula is basically commanding one cell and another cell to do a certain sum of some kind. So if I was going to write out the sum manually, what I want to do here is I want to take this cell here, which is C4, and I want to take away D4 from that cell. And that has done a calculation for me. Now, you might have seen me do that and think, actually, that looks a little bit complicated. What were the brackets? What were the sums about, etc.? Well, there's an easier way of doing this, and this is the way that I'd like to teach you. What I'm trying to get across with that formula is that of what the sum would actually look like in the box. So if I can just draw your attention to the notepad here a little bit, I'm just going to give you some examples of how that would look in a sum. So to add, might be and subtract would be exactly that. To multiply and to divide. And there we go, and that's what the sums would technically look like. But we're going to have a look at an easier way of doing this. I just want you to be familiar with these symbols here that we use. We use the star sign to multiply, and to divide, we use that sign there. So I'm going to go and delete that formula out of the box a minute. I'm going to start from scratch again. So we want to minus the number sold away from the starting stock. So we're going to click into the cell that we want the sum to go into. And then we're going to go up to the top bar along here and go to formulas. And we're going to go to insert function. So we want to do a sum. The only ones who will ever use a level 1 will be sum or average, and I will show you how to use the average in a bit. So if we click on sum, press OK. Basically, what it's done is it's basically worked out that we're going to have to do something with C4 and D4. However, at the moment, it will add those two cells together, and we don't want them to do that. So all we're going to do is click into the middle there, and we're going to put a minus sign. we're going to go back and we're going to click OK. And it's worked out the sum for us. And if we click away from that box, just draw your attention to nothing's written up there at the moment. Click back into that box, you will see that it's put the sum in there. And all we have to do is put the minus sign in there, which is excellent. So that would be the formula that we'd need to work out for this one. But hang on a minute, it wants you to work out the remaining stock for all of these book titles down here. And there's an easier way of doing that. Rather than having to go into each box and put the sum in each one, we can just go, if I just draw your attention here to that little box there. If I was to click that with my left hand button on my mouse and then drag down to number 15, there we go, it's worked it out for us. And we need to check that those calculations are correct, which they are. And what we've done by dragging that box down, it just moves the formula down as well. So that one there says C5 minus D5. So that's our first formula there. Now, if we wanted to add, we would do the same. Let's just delete all of that again. Just saying, in a strange world, that we did want to add those two numbers together. We'll go back to that box, go to Insert Function, go to Sum, and we can put the addition sign in there, or we can leave it to that sign. I'm going to explain the difference between an addition sign in a minute. Again, we'll just drag that box down if we wanted the sum to enter down the bottom there.